comes up. I got a gorgeous piece out there now. I may even put on the lathe today that my neighbor gave me. It's a beautiful piece of walnut. Matter of fact, I'll show it to you right now. Hang tight a sec. There we go. Nice hunk of walnut, as you can see, and it's beautifully shaped. I'm going to come up with something, some kind of freestanding bowl, so and leave the branch nubs on there. Should look pretty cool. So look for the next video. I'll label it walnut. Ciao, everybody. Play nice. Okay. Some Dumas. Left the camera on pause halfway to forever. New project. I got a nice hunk of walnut in here. I showed you on the tail end of the last video. Or if I put you up on if I put this video up first, I'm showing it to you now. So it's a beautiful piece. I got at least 3 branches coming out. This little nubby right here. So this is going to be the bottom. I got the top in there. I got it in my between centers. We're going to fire it up and round up these corners. I'm at looks like about 360 RPMs, and it feels pretty stable. So let's see what happens. Oh, I forgot about the nubby. Kind of going at it a little too aggressive. Yeah, so I don't know if the battery just died or it's the camera's all full or what's going on. So we're hitting this branch, just catching this corner, not even, oh, just catching this edge a little bit. So I'm just going to have to keep nipping it away till I get into some smooth sailing. Let me ease up on the angle a little bit. That might be a little nicer on the impact. So I'll just keep chiseling away till I get this corner rounded over, get it going in the right direction. Turn you back on in a few. Got to keep that fence close when you're hitting hard like this. Alright, now we're turning the corner a little bit. It should get a little better and a little better. Getting there. At least I got it up and turning the corner. Little flat spot left. Once I get rid of that, I'm going to reevaluate and see where we're at. Look at the holdout. Okay, teeny bit more. That's about the shape I want. I was looking to get it just breaking around the corner a little bit on the top. And we got the flat spot connected here, space here, kind of like that. I think we can smooth out our cuts. I might have to go a little deeper here so I can get a good steady leg on it. So I have to go a little deeper here. That's better. I'm gonna have to pull my fence around now. Still gonna have to knock a bunch off that corner. Not too much, another inch or so. See if we got it close. We got over 3/4 of a foot on it. Wow, this is some I kind of like that. If I can get it smooth, it's different layers of the bark. The dark on the outside and then a little bit of the white on the candium layer. Looks kind of cool. Nice contrast. Let me smooth up my cuts and we'll see what we can do. Start working on my tenon also. Not too awful. I need to smooth this up. And then we'll pop a tenon on there. It's really hard to make a smooth cut with a hit and miss. See if I can do better with the scraper. lot better. I might have to put sanding sealer on this fuzz to get it to break off when I sand it. So a little bit more work with the scraper, and I think we'll have it good enough to start doing a first quick sand. Turn you back on when I get her smoothed up. Getting there. Yeah, I'm going to have to put some sanding sealer on here to get the fuzz off. I got most of this, but right here on the leading edge. So that's where we're at. Alright, we got her all sanded up. I think I stated earlier this was black walnut. I'm starting to think now that it's mulberry, because if you cut a piece of mulberry and allow the naked wood, so to speak, exposed to air, it will eventually turn a nice rich brown. I went out and checked my pile, and there is some walnut out there, and I just got this confused because it was that brown color on the end grain that was exposed. But I'm pretty sure it's just mulberry. But I got it sanded up pretty nice. I think I got it up to like 220 plus or minus. Pretty happy with the sanding job. And we'll see how she turns out. I was able to keep the branch right now, which I like. A little bit of bark. I put a coat of shellac on it last night, and when I came out this morning, it really allowed me to cut the fuzzies off. Stiffened them up, stiffened up the fibers, and it worked out great. This spot right here was all fuzzy because there's a little bit of bark, and it sanded up very smooth. So a sanding sealer works pre-final sanding to help knock the fibers off that are sticking up. I don't know if I'm going to be able to save the bark on this one because I just discovered some spots where it's already missing. I'll try to save the bark, and then I'll see what it looks like after I turn it. Right here there's a big scruff mark. See it? And then right here there's a big hunk of bark missing. So I may just be peeling the bark off and just go with a natural edge without the bark. Know what I mean? I think you do. Put a finish on it nonetheless, just in case I do decide to save it, because it looks awesome when you can save it, as most of you know. Doesn't look like I'm going to be able to. We'll see. I'll try to save it. We'll see what it looks like. Okay, first coat of finish on. Some really nice ray grain right there. I'm going to let this dry, and then I'll start hollowing out. See you in a few minutes YouTube time. It might be tomorrow real people time. Pretty sweet though. I wish it was walnut, but mulberry's just fine with me. It's very beautiful wood. Harder than a brick bat, but it's not bad when it's green. I'll turn you back on in a few. Well, there you have it. One momentary loss of concentration and bam. It's like, dadgummit. I'll look briefly on the floor, but ha ha ha. Let me see. Blend in much? I'll see if I can find a piece. If not, we're going to have to shave that off and maybe try to round it by hand to hide it. Let me see what I can find. Wah, wah, wah. Be right back. Hard cutting with all the shavings in your face. See how thick I am on the bottom. I think I still have a ways to go. Yep. About a 1/2 inch. Yeah, buddy, this is going to take a lot of sanding. Well, not as bad as I thought, though. Wood's really wet and it's kind of warped a little bit, so I had to barely skim it. Might have to do some spot sanding. I'll turn you back on when I get it closer. Alright, I got her sanded up. Kind of a crazy project to sand. This wood is extremely hard, but it turned out pretty decent. And it's bowl was just small enough where my drill couldn't fit in there sideways, so I had to do a lot of spot sanding and hand sanding on it. But it turned out okay. Not awesome. My little boo-boo where I had the big old chip, I did some creative hand sanding. I know it's a screw up, but I don't think nobody else could see it. So we're going to call that good. Well, yeah, I guess it is a screw up. Accident. Little minor flaw in the whatever. Beautiful color wood. I was able to save the bark. I come to a decision. I thought it looked pretty decent. There's a couple pieces missing, but with the texture it just kind of blends right in. So I'm going to leave that alone too. I was going to peel it all off. I'm glad I didn't have to. I like the bark. The only place it's really missing is right here on this branch. And then that other spot I showed you earlier where there was a gouge with the remaining fibers and stuff that kind of blended in. It looks pretty darn good. See, I just painted right put the finish on right past it and I didn't even notice where it was. Let me look for it. Right there. There's enough fibers left on there where it looked pretty decent. Looks great, I think. Not decent, great. This is probably going to take a few coats and I'll probably have to sand some streaks and stuff off it. You know what I should invest in is a air sprayer. Set up a little paint booth and really put a nice finish on it. It would take a huge investment. I could do it small projects like this with a airbrush. You know, the little with the little little jars. This looks pretty decent. I'm gonna let this finish dry, and I'll buff it out and put another coat on, and then I'll take some pictures and show you and wrap this video up. Alright, it's been a day. Everything's dry. This finish come out pretty nice and shiny. Let's get this thing flipped around and get it finished up. I got a red mark on there and a red mark on my jaws, so I can kind of line this thing up in the same spot every time. Helps keep some of the wobble out of it. So far it's worked pretty good. I got it slowed down. Yep. Got it on the slowest speed, which is about 214. Little padding so I don't leave marks in the bottom, which I've done before. It's a real pain in the buns. Uh-oh. That's strange. I don't have a center mark on there. Guess I'm going to have to make one. This won't be super accurate, but it won't be too bad. Alright, close enough to nip it off. And hit it with a sander. Turn you back on in a minute. Well, there. That didn't turn out too bad. Nice little bowl. Got some bark on there, some inclusions. I like that roundy. I fixed the boo-boo, the little chip on there. Rounded it off nice. Nobody can tell but me and you, because I told on myself. I was a little disappointed that it wasn't walnut. It's alright. I like it. There you go. Thank you very much. Please hit the thumbs up if you like this video. And if you're not subscribed, I hope you decide to. See y'all on the next one. Play nice.